Welcome to We Need to Talk Now. I'm Alicia Jay, and we have a very special interview for you today. I'm here with the one and the only Taylor Rooks. Taylor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This is so exciting. I mean, I've already, fangirled over your hair. So very
Oh,
happy.
well, thank you. She's having a good day today. She's having a good
Yes,
day.
great.
So I appreciate it so much. And one thing I do appreciate is just you sitting down with us right now. I know you're in New Orleans and you're about to kick off Super Bowl week. What is the energy like? Because I know I wish I was there right now.
I know. Okay, so I fly to New Orleans tonight, but I'm very,
Okay.
very excited to be there. I have a lot of friends that are there, and they're just like, this city is ready. I'm obviously excited to go for the football and the ping pong, but I'm also very excited to go for the food because that is like the thing that I think when I think about New Orleans. So dinner reservations are made. I know where I'm eating lunch. I know I'm getting Treboid oysters, all the things. And then I'll be able to watch some good football as well and go to some fun events.
Listen, food and football, what could be better? I'm not mad at that, but you're also participating in this. I'm really excited to hear about because I played a little bit of table tennis in the day. I'm 6'6" and I have that
Mhm.
reach, so I feel like I have a little advantage in the
Yeah, you
table tennis.
do.
Listen, I will fly out right now, Taylor, okay? But you are participating in the P&G Battle of the Paddles. Can you tell us a little bit about this tournament and why you chose to participate? Because it sounds exciting to me.
Oh, I'm so excited. So this is the third annual P&G Battle of the Paddles. I'm going to be paired up with Kirk Cousins, which I'm pumped about. I'm from Georgia, so I'm a Falcons fan. So I get to play with one of our QBs, which is going to be great. And it's, single elimination, best 2 out of 3, playing to 11, have to win by 2. I think it's going to get competitive. There's going to be some trash talking. I don't like to lose. Those guys don't like to lose. But the thing about me is I think that I need to win in everything, even the stuff that I'm not good at. So I know that I'm not even going to be the best player, but I will expect to win. And it's gonna be a really, really great time. I'm excited.
Well, listen, we have to expect to win in everything we do, so I'm not mad at that. That's for sure. But when it comes to table tennis specifically, what kind of experience do you have in it? Like, have you played it before? Is this like one of the tournaments you've done? Like, what kind of experience do you have going into this?
So this will for sure be my first tournament. I've played table tennis like at the bar with friends or my friends that have one like at the house. So I did go this week for a refresher so that I was ready, primed for the competition. I'm curious. I'm like, how intense is everyone going to be? Are we going to be spiking it? Are these going to be like killer serves? Is someone going to have some spin? Like all the things. So I don't have the trick shots in my bag at the moment. I don't know if I'll be able to learn them by by game time. But I would say I'm not a beginner, but I'm certainly not an expert. But I'm somewhere in the middle. But I'll be able to hold my own. My partner and I will have a good give and take, I think.
No, I already know that. You don't have to convince me of that. And the
I'm
trash talking itself.
myself. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, in the trash talking itself, it's like, listen, I'll participate just on that, just on GP. But not only are you there for the tournament, but you're there for Super Bowl, obviously. How many have you been to? How many have you covered as a journalist?
I've done. It's a good question. I've never thought about this, but I've done 5 or 6 Super Bowl weeks, and I've
Wow.
gone to the game. This will be my 4th time actually going to the game. So yeah, I've covered 5 or 6 for the weeks, but when I go to the game, I'm always going just as a fan to watch the game. I'm not going as a media member. But I've worked for 5 or 6 Super Bowl weeks. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously working, you're preparing for Super Bowl. There's a lot that goes into that. But what is it like being a fan there and going to watch? Because I
Yeah.
don't think as, people, women in media, we talk enough about that because usually we don't get to. So what is that like?
It's so fun. I was actually just saying this. It's like, you wear your fan hat and you wear your broadcaster hat. And I I love, love, love being, broadcaster. That's my joy in my life. It's the work that I feel like I was meant to be doing. But I think that you also, when you're doing that, you are such in a mode that you're not thinking about obviously cheering for a team or hoping that a team wins. You just want a good game. So I enjoy the moments where I get to put on a different hat and I can root for someone to win. I can cheer. I can do all these things that you don't get to do when you are in the booth or on the sidelines or in the interview chair. So I enjoy those moments. And this Super Bowl, I think that it's been a while that there's a team that I want to win. And this year, I'm really rooting for Saquon Barkley to win this. I think that he has just been the most amazing story throughout this season. You can't go wrong either way, right? I mean, if it's either the Chiefs get a three-peat, which I think would be amazing to see. I enjoy watching greatness. Or you see a story with the Eagles who battled back to the Super Bowl. Jalen is returning, and you see Saquon leave the Giants, go to the Eagles year one, make it to the Super Bowl, and it's on his birthday. So I would love to see Saquon win it. I want to see the Eagles win this one. So that's who I'll be cheering for.
Well, I'm with you. I want them to win as well. But like you said, you can't go wrong with the Super Bowl. Exciting on all levels. Now, I know you're going as a fan, but
Yeah.
you have style involved in everything that you do. Do you have some fits picked out for the Super Bowl that you're going to be
I
rocking?
got all my fits. I got all my fits ready, girl. Now, everything for the week I have done, picked out. Shout out to my stylist, Beck. For Super Bowl, I'm still deciding what exactly I want to wear. I obviously want to be very casual, but I'm like, do I want to do a bomber? Do I want to do more of like a leather jacket and jeans? I got to figure that out. But yes, the fits are very, very important. So that part's been done for a bit.
Listen, because with TNF, you had fit after fit after fit coming out. I was like, I can't even pick my favorite. Did you have a favorite this year that you wore? Because, I've seen that reel that I want to say you posted it that went viral with all of the looks that were going off this year. What was your favorite and why?
Well, first, I do want to say, like, for that, you really have to give so much thanks to just like the team. Like, we have an amazing stylist at Amazon named Kenny who picks out all my fits. We collab on my fits. My makeup artist Elle. It takes a whole team for the look to come together. So I definitely want to show them some love there. My favorite one, though, I enjoyed, like, we did black gloves and like a skirt set suit and like tights and these black pumps. It was very classic. It was a full look. It reminded me of like espionage or something. It was just cool. I liked that I got to wear gloves for it. So I think I'd say that, or I did a monochromatic purple ribbon dress with the purple coat and then these silver heels. And I enjoyed that one too.
Man, I mean, shout out to all the stylists. I mean, I know you have a part of it too, because you know what you like to wear, but I mean, every week you never miss. Another thing that I don't think is going to miss is the halftime. I'm looking forward to seeing Kendrick perform. I mean, it's going to be a moment. Anytime he performs, it's going to be a moment. Is there anyone that you want to see perform that you haven't seen in all the years of watching the Super Bowl?
That's a really good question. I mean, they tend to really get everyone, I was there last year for Rihanna, which was super fun. Was that last year? Yeah, last year was Rihanna. I was there in LA when it was like a collab halftime and we just saw everybody. That was really, really cool. I mean, you think of the big names, obviously, like Drake. Everyone would love to see Drake perform. I mean, Taylor Swift, like those people that have all the hits, So yeah, maybe I'd see them. But listen, I saw Beyonce perform, so what else is there to say? Got to see
What
Beyonce.
else?
That's probably who would be like my number one on the list. So yeah.
Right. She could perform every year as far as I'm concerned, but
Right.
I'm down with that. Well, we're obviously going into a big week of football, but it's been a huge year in women's sports. What has been like the thing that you've loved to see this year, and what do you want to see moving forward in women's sports?
I have loved being a part of the Unrivaled broadcast team. I think what Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart have done is truly innovative and changing for the landscape of women's basketball. It's just wild that it started obviously, with an idea and then filling a need. And then you go down to Miami and there's a whole building that's the Unrivaled headquarters. There's all these basketball courts. There's all these people that are there. It is like the hottest ticket in town. So that has been really cool. And the basketball has just been amazing. I love what they do with the winning score, fourth quarter. Every game has a game winner. It's been so much fun. So I think if I had to pick one thing, there's been many. I mean, women have always been taken over, but women's sports specifically right now has been so much fun. It's getting the attention that it has deserved always, because these are the best athletes in the world. So I would say unrivaled. It's been really great. High stakes games. I really am like, okay, who's going to win? Who's going to win the championship? They've done a really good job. So I would say that.
They have. We've definitely talked about unrivaled on so many levels because it really needs to be studied, the rollout that they've done. It's phenomenal. Another thing that is phenomenal is that on February 5th, so coming up, it's National Girls and Women in Sports Day. And as somebody who has been a woman in sports for so long, and has built what you have built in sports as a woman, what is a piece of advice that you would have for young girls and women who want to work in sports, who are working in sports and want to continue to achieve? What would your advice be for them?
I would say don't let anybody tell you that you can't. I would say that you're going to probably hear a lot of no's, but you will hear the yes. And sometimes it feels like you're not going to hear the yes. I know that because I felt that way. I heard tons and tons and tons of no's. You just can never let it deter what you know to be true, which is that you are talented, you are capable, you are knowledgeable, you belong in the business. And you have to let your voice be the loudest one. And that's something that I wish I was told a lot earlier. But that's what I would say to people that are in this business or want to be in this business, that you belong. And you just have to consistently and constantly be the person telling yourself that, because it is true.
I know that's right. I'm gonna clip that off and play that back for myself on the days when I need to hear it.
And I'm like, yes, you can do it.
Yes. Well, Taylor, thank you so much for your time. Before you go, we have a little game of rapid fire that we like to do. So, you know how it goes. You have rapid fire all the time in your interviews. So, what is one thing that is in this year and one thing that is out?
Oh my gosh, what is in Pilates? Out. I think it is out. It's out rooting against greatness. I'm kind of over I'm tired of the Chiefs. Why? So I think that's out. That's out. I know those Pilates and that are completely unrelated, but that's my in and out.
But listen, Ashley Nicole Moss, who is the co-host of our show, she could not make it today. Super sad about it, but she always talks to me about Pilates. So I'm going, because if both of you are saying it, it's time to go.
I love Pilates. It was only on my mind because I went this morning, but it's the best workout. As someone who doesn't like to run and sweat and do all of that, it is strength training. You see results. So Pilates is in.
Period. I'm going after this. Your top interview moment.
Top interview moment. I'm going to go with Dion. I think that when Dion told me I am not a moment, I'm a monument, that was a good moment. So I'll say Dion.
Love it. Talking or texting, and how many unread texts do you have in your phone?
Oh God, the unreads are probably embarrassing. I don't even want to look up. But talking or texting, I would say talking. I like voice noting. It's just quicker. I can get my thoughts out. I'm not a great texter, so I'm going to go with talking.
Got it. And then last question, fill in the blank, Beyonce is?
I mean, unexplainable, indescribable. Is she the best? an album of the year winner. She's all the things. She's Beyonce. Beyonce is Beyonce. That's probably the best descriptor that you can give her.
Well, I would say that somebody who is all the things as well is you, Taylor Rooks. Thank you so much for being with us today. And for all of you, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, share, because you're going to get these conversations every single week right here on We Need to Talk Now.
Thank you for having me. You have amazing energy. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. That means the world to me. Thank you. And especially on this morning, because I was having to drum up my energy. So I appreciate you saying that.